Welcome to a new feature release by us at Zenler. So today we have multiple schedules for live interactive webinars. So if you're running the same webinar at a different date and time, you can now set up multiple schedules for live interactive webinars. So this means that if you set up your live interactive webinar, you don't have to clone it. You can set up multiple dates and multiple times, and people can select which slot they want to book for. So this is a really great feature for you guys. You've been asking for this. It's going to dovetail really nicely with the calendar when we integrate it in there, and it gives people this calendar type feel that they can just click and book sessions. Now, as a little bonus to this, you could also put the limit of it on one attending that one, and it can work as a one-to-one session. We are actually bringing a new feature in that will be one-to-ones as well, coaching sessions, but this can work for it as well. So it's really powerful. You can adapt it and make it work with how you want to. So let's jump straight in there. Let me just show you how it works. Really easy. We set up the schedules. There's new themes we can put in there, and well, I'll show you how it works. So let's jump into the platform and have a look at this new feature from us at Zenler. So here we are, we're in live interactive webinars. By the way, guys, this feature is only available for live interactive webinars. We're going to be bringing it out for the others later on, but at the moment it's purely for live interactive webinars. So to create this, we're just going to do our normal creation process that we always do for creating lives, and you're going to see this new option that drops in there. So let's click Create Live Interactive Webinars. Now inside here, I'm going to just give it a name, which we always do, and you can see that we can just run this as a single session. Of course, we can also run it as a recurring session as well if we want to, but you're going to see this new button that says Add Schedule. So I'm going to add a schedule for this. So I'm going to add the first one in here. We're going to say this is for tomorrow. Let's say this is at 12 o'clock, and we'll set the next one up. So let's go PM for that. And that's on the 24th at 12, and I'm going to add another schedule. So here we go. So I'm going to put another one in here. This is how easy it is. So easy to work. And I'll do one more for 2 o'clock inside here, and these will be half-an-hour sessions. Now I'm going to do another one for a different day. So let's go and choose something like the 26th there. Let's do that at 12 o'clock. Let's do another one here for this, for the 26th again. Let's choose 26 and go in here and make this 1 p.m. By the way, I'm just going to make this PM here. You can notice that you can go in and you can re-edit these as well. So let's go and make one more for this. Let's do it on the 26th again. Let's do it for 2 p.m. So I've got my schedules all set up in there on 2 different days, and I have 6 schedules booked in there. I set my time zone, my maximum attendees, and this is where I was saying earlier, if I put 1 in there, then people will only be able to, 1 person will be only book here. So you could send someone to this, look, book using our calendar system. They choose the day that's appropriate for them, click it, and it goes through. So you could use this for one-to-ones as well, which is another handy feature. Set duration, everything else is okay. I'm just going to upload a course card here now. And now I'm done, I'm going to click next. So it's as easy as that. Now, when we move on to the themes, what is really cool about this is we have these new calendar and time selections within here. These are new. We also have a drop down as well. So you can select from a drop down, or you can click inside here, and you can see we've got different formats showing here for different designs that you can use as a starting base for your pages. So let's click this one now, just have a quick preview of it. I'm going to go into here, and you can see here we have the select date and time. So you can see that it's there, and they can just select the one they want. They'll go through to this page here, and that looks good. So you can select these, go back to the layouts. Let's have a look at the drop down version here as well. Let's go into that. So you also have this drop down version where you can select from the dates as well. So we've given you these options in here to choose which one you want. I'm going to choose this one, the classic new, and I'm going to click finish. So this will now set my pages up. There's one last thing I need to show you and I need to tell you about, and that is the automations. Remember, this is the same webinar. We're running the same webinar. It's got the same title and all of these things. So I want to point out that under automations, you're not going to be able to do it. You're not going to be able to call it something different for each of the schedules that you've got booked. Okay, this is really important to note. So you can use this general format that we've got here, but the topic will always remain the same, and the when, that would say the date that they're joining, and obviously the join link. So date, the time, the scheduled time will go in there per whichever one they click. So if they click on the 24th 1 o'clock, it will show 24th 1 o'clock. If they click on the 26th at 1 o'clock, it will show 26th at 1 o'clock. So that's how it's set up. So generally what I do is I'll put that in here 30 minutes before or something to send it out to them. If you're running really close sessions, then you need to be careful about the timing in case someone goes in before, or you don't give them much notice. They want to be able to receive these emails. So just bear that in mind. But other than that, it kind of works as normal. So let's have a look. Let's preview the page now. I'm going to go to pages and just preview what it's going to give us. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to preview that page, and this is what we've got. So it looks really nice. You can go and select here. You can go through the different dates, and you can select different times, and you can book yourself for those specific things. So what I also want to quickly show you now is one last thing with this. I want to set in a limit on here. Now remember, when I set any of these up, they will apply to any of the schedules. You can't do it on a per basis for these, yeah? You'd use reoccurrings to do that. So with this calendar system in here, these are set in here. Remember, this register link will work for all of these as well, because we have all those selections within them. But if I go and put in here 1, so I'm going to put a maximum attendees 1, I'm going to click update. So what you're going to see now is all of these, I'm only allowing one person to join. So when they click one of these, then they're only better join that. So now we're going to go and test this out as a user and just make sure that it's not going to let any more than one person into this at a time. So I'm going to grab this URL here, and we're going to jump into incognito mode, and I'm going to flick the page up. So here's the page here. So I'm going to pretend I'm booking for 24th at 1 p.m. and I'm going to click book my class. So I'm going to put my name and my email in here, and then we're going to see that we can't rebook it if we want to. So there we go, we've put our details in there. I'm going to click register, and now the automations would obviously work from that, and I've got my join link to go to. So I would click that, and then I'm told when it's going to happen. So let's now go back to the beginning and make sure we can't book it again. So I'm just going to close incognito, and I'm going to reopen it back up. Remember, I've got one person registered for this for that date. So I'm going to go into a new incognito window, and we're going to flick this up here. And here we go. So I got 24th, so I'm going to click here, and you're going to see that all spots for the live event have been booked. So you're not going to be able to book for this. You can't book for it. You can try, but it's not going to let you. And there you go, can't book this webinar. Please contact site admin. So it tells you there that you can't book it. If you try to, it won't let you. Of course, these ones, I can book a class, so I can go in there. So this is the way you can schedule it. So it's only allowed one person to go in there. So if we look in the registered users, you're going to see there that that's the scheduled time. They're booked for that one. You can see I just booked that, and I can't go in any further. So this is how we can set up multiple schedules for a live interactive webinar. We think you're going to love this feature. It's the first thing towards setting up the calendar part as well. So we've got this whole calendar system that works, where you can pick your dates, pick your days, and book. And I think you know, it's one of the main requests, main pain points you guys were looking for us to complete. So as we're working our way to make this fully featured, this is a big release just for you guys. And that's another new feature release from us at Zenler.